Good morning, good morning, good morning. If it's morning where you're at, I hope you're having a good one. Conversely, with the afternoon and evening, my sentiments much the same, you know. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Hey, well, welcome to the show. Hey, House. And there's Nat Master themselves, Nat Master Kia. How's it going? Wrong thing. Wrong thing. I always hit the wrong button. Bring up the chat here. Hey, Rudy. How you doing, dude? Well, what are we here for? Hey, well, we're here for poetry, because that's what I do. See, my name's Brian there, if you can see it, and I'm a poet. And on my channel and on this show, we do poetry. Yeah, man. No, normally, we do poetry with a twist. It's Monday, as you can tell. And I've already been up too long. I say that a lot. So how we doing? How's it going, Brad? Mr. Drop Short himself, how you doing? So what are you here for? We're here for classic poetry with a twist. That's what it says in the description, and that's what it is. What's classic poetry? Classic poetry is anything old and good. And the little twist is we make music out of it using the dreaded, nasty, ever to be feared AI. Yes, artificial intelligence. I take this one called Suno, plug a song into it, and we enjoy the results together, because you don't hear it until I hear it, and I don't hear it until you guys hear it here live on my channel for all the world to see. So what do we got in store for today? First I need to remind everybody. Yeah, I'm not on my game this morning. Sorry. Everything we do here on this show is done under fair use and in the public domain. And just a reminder, like and subscribe and all that stuff, because, you know, that's what we're supposed to do. Hey, Tiff. Good morning. Glad you could make it. So what are we going to listen to today? Well, this was kind of weird. No, wrong one. It was kind of weird because I was searching for Shakespeare, and I ended up with Milton. Yay! I was going to do Shakespeare Sonnet number 7, and then this one came up, and I'm like, didn't notice it was not Shakespeare until later. So, yay! And then we got some Tennyson, because we love Tennyson. Morning Marriage. And then some Robert Browning. So, the first half of the show is all old dead dudes. And then the second half of the show is dearly departed ladies. You know, I had to say that. Yeah, the old dead farts, I can insult them. Ladies, no. We got Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And then, of course, one of the channel favorite, Emily Dickinson. Love her. And then another hit channel favorite, one of my faves from the Lost Generation. That's in the 1920s. Look it up. You won't regret it. Humoresque, Edna St. Vincent Millay. So what do y'all think, my friends? What do y'all think? Hey, how's it going, Kim, my other keeper? Well, let's see what this show's got in store for us now, shall we? Because I don't know until you know. Oh, yeah, and guess what? It's right here. So, are we ready? Are we ready? Hit the wrong button. Here we go.
How soon hath time, the subtle thief of youth, stolen on his wing my 23 year. My hasting days fly on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom shew. Perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth, that I to manhood am arrived so near, and inward ripeness doth much less appear, that some more timely happy spirits endue. Yet be it less or more, or soon or or slow, it shall be still in strictest measure. And to that same lot, however mean or high, toward which time leads me, and the will of heaven. All is if I have grace to use it so, as ever in my great taskmaster's eyes. Oh, servant in Buster's eyes.
Oh, I forgot to mention that was a short one. Sorry. That was interesting. That was quite interesting, you know. Yeah, that one was 1 minute and 55 seconds. Well, the next one is 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So let's see what Suno did with it with an extra minute now, shall we? What do y'all think of that one so far? Harpsichord, yeah, maybe.
How soon hath time, the subtle thief of youth, stolen on his wing my 23rd year. My hasting days fly on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom shew. Perhaps my semblance might deceive the truth, that I to manhood am arrived so near, and inward ripeness doth much less appear, that some more timely happy spirits induce. Yet be it less or more, or soon or slow, yet be it less or more, or soon or slow, it shall be still in strictest measure to that same lot, however mean or high, toward which time leads me, and the will of heaven. All is if I have grace to use it so, as ever in my great taskmaster's eye.
Yeah, number one was better. That was pretty cool too, though. Definitely got a Linkin Park vibe from that one. No, I have not done any Dante yet. I'll have to do some research on that because, you know, that would be a task. That would probably take me years if it was the Divine Comedy. You know, because these days it's like, well, the Suno 4 does 4 minutes, Suno 4.5 does 8 minutes. I don't know. So what do y'all think? That was a pretty good way to start the show, especially for a Monday. And I was going to take today off because it's Monday, but I'm kind of, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where we can go with this. The second one, of course, Tennyson. You know how I like Tennyson. If y'all want to read along, there's your link for the text. So let's just go with it. This one is a little over 3. Both of these are a little over 3 minutes. So cool. Marriage morning. Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Light so low upon earth, you send a flash to the sun. Here is the golden close of love. All my wooing is done. Oh, all the woods and the meadows, woods where we hid from the wet, stiles where we stayed to be kind, meadows in which we met, light so low in the veil, you flash and light and afar. For this is the golden morning of love, and you are his morning star. Flash arch, I'm coming, I come by meadow and stile and wood. Oh, lighten into my eyes and my heart, into my heart and my blood. Oh, heart, are you great enough for a love that never tires? Oh, heart, are you great enough for love? I have heard of thorns and briars, over the thorns and briars, over the meadows and stiles, over the world to the end of it. Flash of a million miles.
So what do y'all think of that? Hey, Joe. How is it going? And I still got to get bananas. Send me some suggestions. Because my knowledge of Dante is limited. I've studied about him, but I've not really read his stuff in depth because it's old. There's always time until there's not. Yes, that was definitely a beautiful rendition. I like the country pop-esque feel to that one. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and see what this other version of this has in store for us. Now, shall we? This one is a little over 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Marriage Morning, Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Light so low upon earth, you send a flash to the sun. Here is the golden close of love. All my wooing is done. And the meadows, woods where we hid from the wet, stiles where we stayed to be kind, meadows in which we met. Light so low in the veil, you flash and lighten afar. For this is the golden morning of love, and you are his morning star.
Now, I don't know which one I'd choose out of those two. Those two are both interesting in their own rights. So, yeah. Don't you just love it when it does that sometimes? You tell him, Miriam. You tell him. All right. We are coming to the last of the old dead farts. This is a 4-minute one. Okay, I don't know if I want to be scared or not here. Let me. And this is Robert Browning, and you know he's usually long-winded. This is a short one of his, so I don't know. I do not know. There's the text if y'all want to read along. And we'll go here. Let's see. A Face, Robert Browning.
If one could have that little head of hers, others might surround. How it should waver on the pale gold ground. Up to the fruit-shaped perfection it lifts. I know Correggio loves to mass in rifts of heaven. His angel faces orb on orb, breaking its outline, burning shades absorb. But these are only maps there, I should think, waiting to see some wonder moment leave. Grow out, stand full, fade slow against the sky. That's the pale ground you'd see this sweet face by. All heaven, meanwhile, condensed into one eye, which fears to lose the wonder should it wink. If one could have that little head of hair, head of her, and head of hers, painted upon a background of pale gold, such.
And there's an ex-girlfriend there. But it needs to either be edited down a little bit or I can cover it. But that was fucking awesome. Hey, Summer. Good morning. Oh, and I am definitely jealous. Yeah. The closest I've ever gotten to doing a meetup was a snowed out one with the Reese crowd. Well, not with Reese and them back in February, which we all know how that turned out. It not happened, and I guess it was a good thing. But yes, I would. Who knows? Eventually, maybe. Hey, Kathy. So, what did y'all think of that one? Yes, definitely need to do a little bit of editing on that one. But yeah. How's it going, Matrix Rabbit? How y'all doing? Zenu Marlene. Now let's play the next one. I don't know.
If one could have that little head of hers, painted upon a background of pale gold, such as the Tuscans' early art prefers, no shade encroaching on the matchless mold of those two lips, which should be opening soft in the pure profile, not as when she laughs, for that spoils all, but rather as if aloft. Yon hyacinth she loved so leaned its staffs, burthen of honey-colored buds to kiss and capture twixt the lips apart for this. Then her lithe neck 3 fingers might surround, how it should waver on the pale gold ground, up to the fruit-shaped perfect chin it lifts. I know Correggio loves to mass in rifts of heaven. His angel faces orb on orb, breaking its outline, burning shades absorb. But these are only masked there, I should think, waiting to see some wonder momently grow out, stand full, fade slow against the sky. That's the pale ground you'd see this sweet face by. All heaven meanwhile condensed into one eye, which fears to lose the wonder should it
What do y'all think of that? Texas Hold'em rooms. My favorite game, my actual favorite card game. Well, most of the time I play cards to have fun. My favorite card game is Spades, and just regular tournament rules Spades, and other Joker, deuce of clubs that I ain't gonna even go there. I ran into those rules in the Navy. I'm like, you guys are crazy, cheaters. Yeah, it's just for cheating, PA, yeah. I don't know about it in Arkansas. Of course, we have gambling and stuff. So, yes, nice words and melody. But that first one really knocked the second one out of the water, Very nice and calm. But that second one, never really played euchre. That and just regular rummy, straights only, no threes of a kinds are better. No. Yes, definitely number one was better. All right, so where were we? Yeah, I ran into it in the Navy, and I'm like, you guys are cheaters. It's a crutch. Ace of Spades is number one. So, yeah. Not this sailor. Believe me. I grew up with two of the biggest cheats at Spades there ever was. My brother and one of my best friends, Norman, God rest his soul, they would cheat right in front of everybody. Rooms of people. But them two together, you didn't want them two to play together because they cheated all the time. Oh, yeah. All right. So what'd y'all think of the first half of the show? as I call the old dead farts part. uh, that sounds cool. Yes, I am. I served almost 12 years in the United States Navy. If I wanted to do 20, but my love handles had in an asshole OIC, that's officer in charge, had other things to say about that. And yeah. All right. I wanted to go up here before we get on with the rest of the show because I forgot. Ha! Courtesy of Brad, drop short media. So I'm going to read this. My lady makes all gracious with her gaze, bearing the Lord of love within her eyes. What she fools looks upon, what she looks upon, she dignifies. You try to watch her pass, her glances phase your heart, or phase the heart. Cool, awesome. So what do y'all think here? Yeah, but spades is like something you play together. It's yeah. Yes, I'm always glad that people can make it like I'm assuming maybe in the British Navy, in the United States Navy, it was spades and dominoes. Oh my God, they would break tables, slamming damn dominoes down. Oh my Lord. And U.S. Constellation CV. That's cool. Yeah, I came in right as they were decommissioning her. Yeah, they were decommissioning her when I came in, I think. I have to look it up. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Shipmate. All right, let's get on to the more dignified, dearly departed ladies portion. Hey, Amy, how is it going? Yes, I said. All right. We are going for the next one, and it is here. Let me pull this up here because, Oh, yeah, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. We go with one Browning, might as well go with the other one. Sometimes hers is better than his. Yeah, thanks. I tell people sometimes that going into the military was one of the most selfish things I ever did. I did it to get my shit together and get a GI Bill, so I can get an education. But I'm proud of my service, even though it was problematic at times. I didn't have the right job. I liked what I was doing at times. I liked some of the benefits it had as far as duty, no, but as far as duty stations and other stuff, no. All right, this is the other 4-minute one of the program, A Musical Instrument by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
What was he doing, the great god Pan, down in the reeds by the river, spreading ruin and scattering ban, splashing and paddling with hoofs of a goat, and breaking the golden lilies afloat with the dragonfly on the river. He tore out a reed, the great god Pan, from the deep, cool bed of the river. The turbid water turbidly ran, and the broken lilies a dying lay, and the dragonfly had fled away ere he brought it out of the river. High on the shore sate the great god Pan, while turbidly flowed the river, and hacked and hewed as a great god can, with his half-bleak steel at the patient reed, till there was not a sign of a leaf indeed, to prove it fresh from the river. He cut it short, did the great god Pan, how tall it stood in the river, then drew the pit like the heart of a man, steadily from the outside ring, and notched the poor dry empty thing in holes as he sate by the river. This is the way, laughed the great god Pan, laughed while he sate by the river. The only way since gods began to make sweet music they could succeed. Then dropping his mouth to a hole in the reed, he blew in power by the river. Sweet, 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 O Pan, piercing sweet by the river, making a poet out of a man, the true God sigh for the cost and pain, for the reed which grows never more again, as a reed with the reeds in the river. Yet half a beast is the great god Pan, to laugh as he sits by the river.
I knew it. I'm gonna have to cover that one. Ah, shit. It's the wrong one. But that was freaking great now, wasn't it? '54, want to be a rock star? Cool. I'm here. All right. So, yeah, Joe. I definitely need to talk to you about the Emily Dickinson project I have. So I'll email you, or you email me, or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, so when that's available, definitely put the link in the chat and stuff. And when I go to a casino, I usually, I take $20-30, something to, just to lose. I go there to lose, and if I, but the buffet. Let's get it straight. I'm a fat boy. I don't go there to lose money. I go there to eat. Oh, so that was awesome, man. That was great, man. Now, the other one is 3 minutes and some odd seconds. So here, let me see here. Yeah, 3 minutes and 19 seconds. I don't. Let's just play it. Oh, and hi, Susan P.
What was he doing, the great god Pan? down in the reeds by the river, spreading ruin and scattering ban, splashing and paddling with hoofs of a goat, and breaking the golden lilies afloat with the dragonfly on the river. He tore out a reed, the great god Pan, from the deep cool bed of the river. The limpid water turbidly ran, and the broken lilies a dying lay, and the dragonfly had fled away ere he brought it out of the river. High on the shore sate the great god Pan, while turbidly flowed the river, and hacked and hewed as a great god can. With his hard bleak steel at the patient's reed, till there was not a sign of a leaf indeed, to prove it fresh from the river. He cut it short, did the great god Pan, how tall it stood in the river, then drew the pith like the heart of a man, steadily from the outside ring, and notched the poor dry empty thing in holes as he sate by the river. This is the way, laughed the great god Pan, laughed while he sate by the river. The only way since gods began to make sweet music they could succeed. Then dropping his mouth to a hole in the reed, he blew in power by the river. Sweet, 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 oh Pan, piercing sweet by the river. Blinding sweet, oh great god Pan, the sun on the hill forgot to die, and the lilies revived, and the dragonfly came back to dream on the river. Yet half a beast is the great god Pan, to laugh as he sits by the river, making a poet out of a man. The true gods sigh for the cost and pain, for the reed which grows nevermore again, as a reed with the reeds in the river.
All right. I hate it when I do that. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and I'll do that in techno. We'll see. But I like both of those. What did you do? Yes, and well, as you know, Matrix, I'm a drummer, and you need a good bass player if you want to be a good drummer. That's just. And Master Key, you play guitar. Cool. All right. So what do y'all think of that one? That was an interesting start to the second half of the show. Both of those freaking rocked. Oh yeah. So someone drop his link in the chat. Okay, because I think I am subbed. So writing music and song. So, what do you think? So far, so good. This has been, knock on wood, pretty good show for a Monday. Couldn't ask for much more, but I probably would, because people are like that. All right, so we are at the Emily Dickinson track of the day, or whatever, because Emily, just, very much a good favorite here. So, here we go. After 100 years. This one's 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
After 100 years, nobody knows the place, agony that enacted there, motionless as peace. Weeds triumphant ranged, strangers strolled and spelled at the lone orthography of the elder dead. Winds of summer fields recollect the way, instinct picking up the key, dropped by memories. Weeds are young such ranged, strangers strolled and spelled at the lone orthography of the elder dead. Winds of summer fields recollect the way, instinct picking up the key, dropped by memories.
Oh, Emily, she never fails to amaze. Never fails to amaze. So what did y'all think of that one? I'm like, woo-hoo-hoo. I like it. Yeah, I have a set of electronic, the pads and everything. I just don't like them. They don't provide the tactile feedback. So after I get stuff together, I plan on actually getting an actual good an acoustic set. I'm sitting on mounds of lyrics for different stuff right now, talking like 5, 6, at least 2 are protest related, and 1 is parody. Cool. Suno, just get into Suno. It'll do it for you. And we got, you like that one? I liked it too. Freaking, you never know what we'll get here. Hey, do both. Connect through music. But yeah, okay. This is something Joe said up here. Yeah, this is a very creative community. All around the different aspects of it. That's one of the things, because there's different. I kind of think of it as a few different communities floating together, kind of like a Venn diagram, sort of. They overlap in places and all that stuff, But the common thread we have is the creativity that all of us bring, that a lot of us bring to the plate. That's a lot more work than I'm willing to do. Cool. All right. Let us know how that goes. I gotta get me another drum kit, but I got school starting in 2 weeks too. So yes, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, here we go with the second version of 100 Years, or After 100 Years, Emily Dickinson. This one's 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Cool.
After 100 years, nobody knows the place. Agony that enacted there, motionless as peace. Weeds triumphant ranged, strangers strolled and spelled at the lone orthography of the elder dead. Winds of summer fields recollect the way, instinct picking up the key, dropped by memory. Winds of summer fields recollect the way, instinct picking up the key, dropped by memory. Woo. Winds of summer fields recollect the way, instinct picking up the key, dropped by memory. Triumphant ranged, strangers strolled and spelled at the lone orthography of the elder dead.
All right, let's see here. Now, the thing with my friend Norman, the guy that I was talking earlier that was the notorious cheat at cards with my brother, he could play the fucking guitar really damn good. Natural talent. He had quick fingers. For a big dude, he was quick. That's who I played drums with. Me, him, and my cousin Dusty, who played bass. We there for a while. We got pretty damn good until egos got in the way and stuff. Well, that's a story for another day. You need to develop those calluses, or you can go the Tony Iommi route. Remember, Tony Iommi, me the Black Sabbath fan, I would know this. Tony Iommi, it was on his right fingers because he was left-handed. He cut off the top a couple of them, and he almost didn't have a career. But they made those little plastic thingies, and of course he also, the way he tuned the guitar, and that's what. He dropped or whatever, and that's what caused that really deep, guttural Black Sabbath sound. So there's always ways around it, but yeah. Yeah. It's all on how you love it. All right. So, where were we? Yeah, that was cool. What do y'all think of those two? I liked both of them. Today's is kind of a few definitives, but man, I got more question marks than anything. Which ones are better than that? So hey, that's just more to play. This version of it or that version of it. Just more cool music for me to play when I just want to come on and just play music. But oh yes, now that reminds me, I was going to address a very pertinent question I kind of scheduled my class schedule for the summer and for the fall around doing this. My classes don't start till 9 o'clock in the morning. I go on at 6:30 in the morning for about an hour. So I'm done no later than 8 for the most part. School's 20-minute drive. Yes. And if necessary, I can always, because I'm up early in the morning anyways, just make the shows at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And, besides, this is fun. I like doing it, even though sometimes it seems like a chore. And I'm like, do I really want to? But that's for, yes, that's what it was. Drop D tuning, drop D. Norman liked to use that a lot because it gave that grindy, guttural Black Sabbath sound. So yes, I've already planned that out. Yes. But you got to build up your calluses. Build up your calluses. Just like with anything, you got to build up your calluses, whether it's, in life. You got to build up your calluses. All right, so we are on. Yes, definitely. Here. But yeah, so like I said, I got that all that unless there is a class that because of stuff in the way things are with me, I'm not going to have a class that starts before 9 o'clock in the morning if I can't help it, And I'll probably, I go to school. Well, it's Monday through Friday for 5 weeks, and then in the fall, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So yeah, I'm approaching school this time differently than I have in the past. So, yes, and this is fun. All right, so we are on the last one of the dearly departed ladies. Humoresque, Edna St. Vincent Millay. This one is just 1 minute and 8 seconds. So I don't know if I'm going to be scared or not.
Heaven bless the babe, they said. What queer book she must have read. Love, by whom I was beguiled. Grant I may not bear a child. Little does she guess today what the world may be, they say. Snow drift deep and cover till the spring, my murdered lover.
Okay, definitely, going to have to redo that one. That was interesting. The next one, though, the next one is more of a length, so I don't know. I don't know. See, the advantage with the drumming is you can actually wear gloves, and it, can help. It doesn't interfere as much as wearing gloves would with playing, an instrument. But who knows? It's, musicians are weird, and so are drummers. All right. So, yes, that. I should read. I don't know. Have a good one. I'm glad you showed it. Stop back by again tomorrow. The next one is going to be tomorrow at the same time. Oh, yeah. So I should do this because that reminds me. Everything here is done in public domain. And because I'm going to end on this one. Have an awesome day and all that jazz. Everybody, definitely see y'all out in the chats and like and subscribe and all that jazz and stuff. Because that's what we're supposed to do. So, let's have a good one. And let's just listen to this one. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same channel. 6 new poets. Or 6 new poems. From 6 poets, 12 tracks, and here we go.
Heaven bless the babe, they said. What queer books she must have read. Love by whom I was beguiled. Grant I may not bear a child. Little does she guess today what the world may be, they say. Snow drift deep and cover till the spring, my murdered lover. Little does she guess today what the world may be. Cover till the spring, my murdered lover.
Well. Yes, that was definitely an interesting show for a Monday. Definitely not like our usual Monday shows, and I'm thankful for it because, this was show number 100. I couldn't have thought of anything better to do than have a really cool show with some really cool folks showing up Thank you all very much for sticking around to the end. You guys on the replay crew, let me know what you think and stuff. I'll see y'all around in the chats. Have an awesome day. All that jazz. And definitely the second one was the best one on that.